JohnJay and Rich. We were in L.A. the other day. We were in L.A. Monday and Tuesday, hung out with Paula Abdul, and I was reading USA Today on the airplane, which I never read, but it's an hour flight, so I was bored, so I read the USA Today, and it talked about last week the number 1, 2, and 3 shows, American Idol.
Are you kidding?
Whoa, and
Goodness,
whoa.
that's awesome.
And on the phone right now, the star of American Idol, Paula Abdul. What's up, Paula?
I'm going to kill you guys. That's all I can say is I'm going to kill you guys.
Why? What do we do? What do we do?
Because everyone's asking me if I need, you rich, everyone wants to know how my hemorrhoids and diarrhea is.
Oh, he's so notorious for doing that. That's a big joke in his world.
I finally got one to stick, Paula Abdul.
Jeez.
What do I say to you every time you walk off? Hey, did you guys put the donut in the car? Because Paula's got hemorrhoids. She's going to sit down on a donut. And for once, some kind of gossip rag picked it up. Finally.
Oh yeah, no, I was even asked by some of my coworkers as to why.
What do you mean?
Why are they talking about this?
That is unbelievable because they clearly made a story. Because even if you watch that footage, you're laughing like you know there's a joke. It's like, ha ha.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
And I turn around and go, oh, I didn't know there were cameras here. That's so stupid.
Right.
Because obviously there's cameras there.
Oh, obviously, there were 50 bazillion cameras there.
There's so much to say. Just, you know how everybody's got their own perspective on what happened. I knew Paula went to go use the bathroom. I'm like, oh, she's in the bathroom. I'm gonna go use the bathroom because if there's people outside, she might stop and talk to them for a little bit because Paula always stops to them. So we're at dinner at Koi, and we walk out. It was unlike anything I've ever experienced because there were so many cameras in Paula's face. Any picture that you see of us, JohnJay and I look like stupid mouth breathers because we can't see a thing. We don't know where stairs are. We don't know where people are. I got lost. There was some guy with the I heard this. I heard, oh, Paula, are these your boyfriends? And some dude with a motorcycle helmet pushed me into Paula. Like, what is? I had no way
It was
a zoo for about a minute and a half. You couldn't focus on anything. So then when she said they're all my boyfriends, I thought, okay, well then, what would a boyfriend do if he's not getting in the car with you? He would have to say something like, I'll see you later at the house. But that didn't seem interesting enough to me in my head. I figured I'm going to go for the line since there's so many people here. I'll bring home the diarrhea medicine later. You'll be fine. No more diarrhea.
unbelievable.
Wait, I just want to say, JohnJay, I've never seen you more scared.
He looks frightened.
I was horrified. I thought we were just leaving, and so we walk out the door, and it was like I've never seen. Now I can't believe that's your life every day. There were 75 photographers, and it's like the flashes that went off. I couldn't see. I remember walking. You had your arm on my shoulder. I was like, I can't see. I can't see.
I know JohnJay's going, I can't see. I'm like, suck it up.
Now, what you don't know about Paula is that the cheapness of Rich Berra came into play when all the photographers rolled up on us on our rental car, which was the cheapest one I could find, which was a 93 Toyota Corolla.
I was going to get in it. And you dared me. I said, I'll get in it.
That would have been something that she got into a Toyota Corolla and we drive off.
What's the matter?
Everyone would be like, that wasn't Paula Abdul.
She's fuel friendly.
You know what's weird is that all the pictures and everything is like, you and Rich are like, good, 5'5", 5'6".
Oh my gosh.
I'm like 6'4.5". Everything is from my shoulders down. You can't see my head.
It's so funny. I was like, apparently paparazzi are 5 feet and under because he's way too tall for the camera. Everyone's
they are short.
Yeah, tall little.
Because they're like, do you ever see that movie with Michael Douglas, Black Rain, where all the ninjas come riding in on the black motorcycles? That's what the paparazzi dudes are like. They all ride motorcycles.
That's scary.
And they just show up out of nowhere.
Wait, and now there's like film crews that show up. It's like it's cameras and film crews.
That was. Do you know? Because I knew it was on TMZ, but do you know it was on Extra, Access Hollywood? It was everything else.
I know.
That is absurd, and that's like your life every day. It was so funny because we were just in this little part of the restaurant eating, and I was like fascinated with Alan from E Entertainment TV.
I know, and I think you love him.
I'm fascinated.
That's a cool
by that
story.
guy.
He's got a cool
Why don't you do a show
story.
with him? Why don't you do a show with
maybe
him?
I will.
Maybe you do a show with Alan since you talk about him all the time.
But by the way, the Edge called. He wants his pick back.
That's what Rich kept talking about the Edge all the time.
and Bikram, he is retired.
Paula kept saying, "No more talking about
I
Bikram.
know he
no
does
more
it
talking about you too."
so much. That's all he does. Walk
Come into
around
my
looking for
dressing
studios.
room, and all they're talking about is the Edge, Bono, and then at dinner it's Bikram.
think Paula
Boy,
threw some
she
asparagus.
really knows us too well.
I know we are just complete losers, aren't we? Well, first of all, I want to say this for you and for everybody listening too. You are so gracious with your time, and I have never met anybody. I'm talking about like my favorite relatives of all time, the people that I love. I've never seen anybody take care of people when they come to visit like Paula takes care of people, and I will never be able to say thank you enough for that. You are truly the coolest.
Thank you, guys. You guys are the coolest, too. I just you, so the listeners can understand, when we went out to dinner, I never laughed harder till I have to say I kind of started going down the road of wetting my pants.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
I got her.
I was
got her.
crying. I was crying. I mean, crocodile tears were coming out of my eyes. I was like laughing so hard that like I woke up the next morning with my stomach hurting.
Oh man, well you're funny too.
Yeah, you told some great. I wish you could. I don't know if you can tell your story.
Which one?
No.
Which one? There's a whole bunch of them. She was telling that I
There's
couldn't.
too
believe.
many.
You are fascinating.
Let's just-
Fascinating.
Let's try to set. Here's what we should do. Next time, we should try to set something up where
Next time, you think she's going to invite us back?
Where there's not like 70, we're a big group of people. If we could stage a picture where with the paparazzi, let's say like you and Rich, like people are going to think that you really are. So it's all over the place, and then it's just like, oh, we're just friends. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's so interesting.
Well, you could use the paparazzi to do whatever you want.
I told Paula to get on my shoulders. I said, get on my
Oh,
shoulders.
my gosh.
No, I swore to him. I said, like Prince and his humongous bodyguard. I go, I'll do it. That would have been so funny.
Get on my shoulders. We'll walk out of this restaurant right
That
now.
would have been hysterical. We got to do that.
Okay, let's do that.
That's funny.
Well,
And then, and I'm on your shoulders and my arms down holding Rich's hand.
with a big overcoat, so it looks like you're just really tall. You can't see my face.
Paul's got heels on.
I'll put,
Step back.
I'll
Step
put
back.
heels on.
So funny.
Well, we had a blast with you. You were very funny, and I'm telling you, when Paula tells a story, if you're ever somewhere, you want Paula to be the one that retells the story because she remembers every single detail.
Ah, that's the best.
No, it's not the best when you have to pee and she pulls you over to tell you a story, and the story goes on for 48 minutes.
I did. This is the best part. I was, because I'm doing a spin on the How He Does It show at 8 o'clock tonight.
How we do it?
Oh,
You're
it's
on
tonight. It's tonight's episode?
How We Do It. Yep, it's tonight's episode, and I take part in pranking people as opposed to me being pranked, and it was funny. I started telling Rich the story at one part of the restaurant, and then he goes, "Come over here. Let's go to the other end and let's just sit down and talk." And so we're talking, but I started saying, "Oh God," in this story, and then I go, "I have to tell you this," and then I kind of subtly see Rich rocking like in the fetal position, rocking back and forth, stamping his leg, but I'm thinking maybe he's got the Edge and Bono in his head. I have no idea, but I'm just going on and I'm telling stories. He goes, "You know how much I love you." I go, "And I love you too." He goes, "But you really know how much I love you." I go, "How much you love me?" And she goes, "I've been having to go to the bathroom for the past hour since you were over there to tell me about the Howie stuff." And he goes, "My teeth are floating." And then he's going, "Is there a koi catheter anywhere? Is there a koi?"
They should offer those.
Yeah.
I lost it. Oh, God.
And then what's funny is that the next day, it's like it's a